I think it's better without it.
It
And we want
is.
to see your hand.
Charlie.
I want to see your hand.
It's
in the
better.
video.
Your hands are very important.
I should have pointed the nail.
No.
성현.
First of all, you have to know the Korea where located geographically. Korea is faced adjacent to the border, northern border is Russia and Manchuria and China. And this Korea was divided in two pieces after World War II. At 38 parallel, north is occupied by the Russian communist regime, and the south is United States Army occupied South Korea. Yeonan is where my mother grew up. My mother went to school, Kaesong. There was and I was born Namcheon, right there. After escape from north to south, we came to Kaesong. From Kaesong to Kunsan is where I grew up. Okay, now you know the geography here. That much you know. Now we go back to from scratch, from the beginning.
I like you using your hand.
My hand is a mess. Whole.
No,
It doesn't look like a mess.
we like it better with your hand. I'm gonna take this out of the way for now. I want you to.
This is I needed this one.
Okay.
This is my family tree book.
I'm just gonna put my hair.
How your family tree? You never saw this one, right?
You showed this to me.
You saw that. This written in old Chinese. This is my father. Family tree book. Very
Family tree.
Your family tree book. My father, and this is my mother, grandma, your great grandma, your great grandfather. Over here, this is me. This is my younger sister.
I'm gonna be with the kids.
This is 성현, 지은, Joanne. Susan is not here. We did not report it to them. That's why she's missing. At this point, you can go back from the scratch.
You know, we can have this on just in case we want to use any footage from this, right?
Maybe I can.
Mommy, why don't you sit next to Dad? Mom, do you want to come sit with Dad? I think you should come sit with Dad. This is about you guys. Fine.
My father was born 1901, and at the time he has two sons. First one was 4 years old, second one was 1 year old. That time he lost his wife, his sickness. He died, she died. And then through the church, they made arrangement to get married with my mother. My mother was she's charitable, sympathetic, and nice, warm lady. Grew up in the Christian family, so that she heard this, somebody being widow. She feels so sorry about these two boys, so that's why she get married.
So it was an arranged marriage?
Arranged marriage through the church. And then my grandfather, mother's side grandfather, was first generation of a Christian and a Methodist. And my father was not a Christian at that time, but he vowed to be a Christian.
I've heard about your mother.
With marriage with my mother.
You
You
forgot
can
something.
imagine that.
You forgot something. She wanna go study Japan.
No. She at the time she attended a school, Boston Girls School, which was founded by the U.S. the missionary, Christian missionary.
It's famous school.
That's the first girls' school founded in Korea. And she attended that. There were actually Japanese people try to brainwash Korean people worshipping Tenno Heika, the Emperor of Japan. We live for Emperor of Japan. We die for Emperor of Japan. And then they forced us to believe Shinto, Tenno Heika. So when they salute, when they cheers, Tenno Heika Banzai, Tenno Heika Banzai. Tenno Heika, Banzai means manse. What they long live, Tenno Heika. That was how they, cheers at school all the time. As a little boy, we used to play outside. In the darkness, we town kid together, throwing a rock to the Japanese police officer's house. Throw the rock in the dark, and then they come out. We all ran away.
Weren't you scared?
No, a kid was scared, but nothing to scare of children. They throw the rock and then run away. That's what we used to do, playing outside in the evening. Korea was liberated August 15, 1945. And when Japan was defeated by US and the Allies, especially immediately after the atomic bomb which dropped to the Japan, like Hiroshima and Nagasaki, two places was bombed by atomic bomb. At the B-29, that's the one. So 1945, August 15, Japan surrendered to the Allies. And I was at the time age 8, second grade of public school. So we learned the Japanese at the time. One morning I woke up with a loud metallic sound. Truck, tank were loaded with these Russian soldiers. Korea was divided into two pieces. So north of 30 parallel is occupied the Russian, and the 30 parallel south is occupied the US. My house was located right adjacent to the highway, so that we were able to see all those maneuvers and all this. Our house was big, so our house was occupied by one of the Russian officers. Half of the house was we have to give up. They come and demand, hey, we're gonna use this house. That's it. And at the time, you saw my mother's tiger. That was right there. The Russian officer saw that. Oh, Dawai. Dawai means give it to me. Dawai. My mother,
She blocked him.
stand up. No. Mm-mm. The officer said, Dawai. Mm-mm. So he couldn't take it. So every morning, the Russian GIs in and out. They come with a bread and the side, and one with a blanket. What's a 따발총? 따발총 is one their short kind of machine gun with a round barrel with the ammo in it. Upside down this shoulder, and one side the bread. They come, arastua, 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 marching, coming into the officer's quarter and salute and serve whatever he need, give it. They go back to arastua, arastua. They work like this, arastua, arastua. Arastua is 1, 2, 1, 2 in Russian. So we are Korejski. They are American is Amerikansky. Japonski is Japanese. And Russian is Ruski. That's a Russian. One day, our bike was missing. They broke into my house, took our bike, and later, early morning, we found the bike was in the ditch. He doesn't know, the guy who took it, he doesn't know how to ride. So he
Threw it away.
he maybe fell and threw it away.
So you got your bike back.
Oh yeah. My sister, she was born, and my mother was sick as a toxemia pregnancy. She was hospitalized and the baby home, baby, and no mama, no milk, no food, nothing at the time. The most we could get some U.S. aid, which the powder milk, powder if lucky. On the other hand, if that is not enough, then we have some rice, rice make juice out of this rice, boil it again, some turbid the water. It's no nutrition, nothing, just water. So you can imagine the little baby, no nutrition,
Guinea.
sunken eyes,
Yeah.
big head, skeleton.
Yeah.
My baby was, my mother come home from the hospital, she was holding the baby crying. Our baby, some,
Your mother crying.
Mm.
so bad she was.
Yeah.
Only skeleton. So she managed to slowly, grow up with some powder milk, if lucky,
Yeah.
because no money, no food, nothing. Our food at the time was the potatoes, pumpkin, and skin of wheat, and the skin of this bean. Those things are our food. When she was born, first year, she was like skin and bone. I see that the African, some baby, malnutrition baby, she was like that. North Korea, some baby coming to show up, just like that. I look back. With nothing to feed. But we survived, and we did very well after with those food, So we were quite healthy because almost every day, we were helping my parents. They were working day and night. I'm quite strong. That's the reason. We all worked hard. Daytime go to school, nighttime work at home, helping parents.